So this happened around 2014, I like to say. We always go to the beach over in Wilmington. It's a beach town in North Carolina. We never had thought about going to like a tour, so we were looking at tours. We had saw one that had, it was like a battleship from one of the wars that it just stayed there and then they just turned into a tour. There were 3 floors. It started on the 2nd floor. And we were looking at all the things inside the place. We were looking at how they slept, where the sailors slept. For some reason, it felt like you needed a little bit of oxygen, a little more bit of oxygen around the place. The air was very thick and the lights were very dim, yet they seemed new. Everyone was just looking around, walking, talking. So they had these little tunnels, these little chutes that go up to go to the 2nd floor. They didn't have stairs. They had more of a, I don't know if you know what I mean, but it was like some tubes, some tunnels that you had to climb up. And some of them are very, very tall, very long, and some of them are not so long. And the tour guide was waiting for us to go ahead and all get up there at the same time. I was the last person with my whole family and the other families. I was the last person to be there. As soon as we got up, you ever get goosebumps? Your hair like comes up. Yeah, I felt all that like on my entire body, and I felt 2 hands, like the feeling of 2 hands just shove me. I almost hit the person in front of me. It was a boy from a family. I almost hit him. I almost bumped into him. That's how big the shove was. And it was weird because I was like, I wanted to say something and be like, watch your step or something. I turned around and there was absolutely nobody. I couldn't even recollect my thoughts. The tour guide started speaking and he was saying, so here 2 deaths had happened from two sailors that fell down those chutes. Back in the day, the ship was in service. They didn't watch their step and they fell down those chutes. And I think they died on impact. Something about one of them broke their neck falling. And I was so confused because I just had like really cold hands push me, and I turned around, no one was there. And for him to say that there was 2 deaths regarding the chutes was very weird. I like to think it was a ghost. I really can't explain it because there's absolutely no one behind me. And seconds after I felt that, and seconds after I experienced all that, the tour guide just all of a sudden says how there were 2 deaths here. Oh, he also explained some people experience something in the kitchens, have seen women in the kitchen from a different era. They were dressed from a different era, like a type of dress, all the way to their necks, which is weird because not really many people dress like that anymore. And it would be impossible for people to go into the kitchen. It was more of a site because they had a fence surrounding it, so you wouldn't enter. So people would take pictures right there. And when they would go back and look at the picture, they'll see like a silhouette of a woman turned away. At this house I'm living at the moment, almost every night for the past 6 months, I've had this dream where I'm sleeping and I wake up at a house and I'm fully like the bed is done. I'm not really like in bed type of thing. I go and turn on the lights. The light switch doesn't turn on. Like the light doesn't work. I go to the bathroom. It doesn't turn on. I go to another room in the hallway. It doesn't turn on. And there's always this red glowing light downstairs. And right when I get downstairs, I always wake up and I never have I can never go downstairs. And that's a reoccurring dream for the past 6 months. After I have those dreams, I really can't sleep anymore. So in front of my bed, I have an Xbox and a TV. The TV is mounted to the wall, and the Xbox is on the little drawer. Every single time I wake up from that specific dream, you can hear the little Xbox like turn on. It makes a little sound, and then it's a glowing white light. I feel like it's happened so many times that it seems like an error. Like that, it seems like the Xbox turns on because of some reason, or the controller is hit or something. So I tested this. I put the controller of the Xbox on the table. I went up to the Xbox and I waved my hand around it. I slid my hand to try to like somehow explain the Xbox turning on. I slide my hand. I slide my hand, and it doesn't turn on. You have to specifically touch the little dot, or else it would not turn on. Every single time I have that dream, the Xbox turns on, and it happened so many times that I just gotten used to it. It just turns on, and it just stays on until someone turns it back off. It'll be around 2:50 to 3:30 every single night that I have a dream that Xbox will turn on. There's no explanation. I tried every single type of way to explain that, and it's impossible to explain, just like the battleship. I ask everyone, every new person I know, or like I go to know, I ask them, hey, have you ever had this dream of waking up and turning on the light switch and it doesn't turn on, and seeing a red glowing light? And everyone says no. I like to think it has a meaning, whether it's something trying to get my attention or someone looking over me. I like to think it has to do something with this. And sometimes I feel like trying to get answers, but I don't want to get so involved that I end up like talking to something that really wasn't there and now it's here. And I like to think that if I give it a lot of attention, it will feed into that and it will try to do more things. Sometimes I will wake up, have the nightmare, and then go back to sleep and wake up in the morning and the Xbox will still be on no matter what. I tell my mom, and she's very Catholic, so she's very afraid about all that, and she just likes to brush it off and say, just don't think about it. And it's just weird because if you have a nightmare, you'll think about it and you'll get over it. But if it's reoccurring, like I say once a week for the past 6 months, it's something else. It's something unexplainable.